It's the appointed time and we have a quorum. I call to order the meeting. Agenda item number 1, election of deputy chairman. We now proceed to the election of deputy chairman for this Bills Committee on the Hong Kong USD Amendment Bill 2023, according to paragraph 8, bracket D of Appendix 4 of the House Rule. When the Bills Committee receives a valid nomination for Deputy Chairman, then the members can decide whether or not there is a need to elect Deputy Chairman. Prior to the end of the nomination period, the Secretariat received only one valid nomination for Deputy Chairman. The member being nominated is Ms. Lillian Kwok. She was nominated by Ms. Terry Lee, seconded by Mr. Rock Chen. I now consult members' views as to whether or not we need to elect the Deputy Chairman. Yes? Okay. So I announce Ms. Lillian Kwok, the Deputy Chair of the Bills Committee on the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology Hong Kong UST Amendment Bill 2023. Item 2, application for late membership of the Bills Committee. Mr. Lam San-keung wrote to the committee on the 8th of June 2023 and applied for late membership of the Bills Committee. According to Rule 23, bracket 8 of the House Rule, late applications should only be considered after election of chairman and deputy chairman when there are no more than 15 members in the Bills Committee. We don't have that many members. Now, the quorum of this Bills Committee is 10 members. According to Rule 23, bracket B of the House Rules, member of the Bills Committee will decide on whether or not the applications is to be accepted. Now, I consult members' views as to whether or not we will accept his application. Agreed? Agenda item number 3, meeting with the Hong Kong UST and the administration. Now, we invite the representatives to enter the conference room. Now, is there any declaration of interest from members? Okay, we go one by one. Mr. Rock Chen. Chairman, I have to declare interest. I am a council member of the Hong Kong UST. Mr. Lee. Chairman, I used to be a council member of the Hong Kong UST, and I'm also an alumnus of the Hong Kong UST as well as a fellow. Chairman, I am an alumnus of the Hong Kong UST. Anyone else? No? Okay. Now, let's invite the representatives from the Hong Kong UST and the administration to enter. Now we will proceed to discussion of the bills. We will first discuss the policy matters of the bills. If members would like to speak, please press the button. Now we have 2 members who have pressed the button. Now may I invite first Mr. Andrew Liao, Court Chairman of the Hong Kong UST, to make opening remarks. Thank you, Chairman. I am the Court Chairman of the Hong Kong UST. I'm happy that I had the opportunity to come to the panel on education. Ms. Terry Lee was the chairman of that panel. In March 2023, I stepped down from the council chairman of the Hong Kong UST. This is my successor, Harry. He is very supportive, and we will continue to work together to answer your questions. Hong Kong UST is one of the UGC-funded universities, and according to the Hong Kong UST Ordinance enacted in 1988. Please turn on your microphone. Can you hear me? As we all know, The purpose of setting up this Hong Kong UST is to strengthen academic and learning knowledge through teaching and research, particularly to assist in the economic and social development of Hong Kong. Over the past 30 years, the Hong Kong UST have become a very reputable academic institutions in the world. Now we are proceeding to the next step, such that in the future 30 years, we will transform the Clearwater Bay campus into an academic and innovative hub. We will create a series of innovative projects and to expand our influence. The Hong Kong UST is currently in communication with different stakeholders to promote innovation and technology. To achieve these visions, the management of the Hong Kong UST will need new blood to take forward these projects to meet the ever-changing technology. The transformation of the management structure can facilitate Hong Kong UST into integration of the national development, especially with INT, and to transform Hong Kong into an INT hub in accordance with the goal set in the 14th Five-Year Plan, to enhance Hong Kong's influence and to better serve the Greater Bay Area. That is why the Hong Kong UST proposes to amend the Hong Kong UST ordinance such that we can relax the number of vice presidents to be appointed to provide more flexibility for development needs. So, in the panel on education, we have given some presentation on this matter. So here in this Bills Committee, we would like to obtain support from the members. Thank you. Okay, so now we invite Professor Harry Shum, Council Chairman of the Hong Kong UST, to speak. Thank you, Chairman.
Today's Bills Committee meeting in my capacity as the Chairman of the HKUST Council. Since taking office this March, I have been doing my best to work hand in hand with my fellow council members, President Nancy Yi, the University Court, HKUST faculty, staff, students, and alumni, and all our other stakeholders to deploy HKUST's strengths to steer Hong Kong's development into an international innovation and technology hub, and contribute to Hong Kong and the Great Bay Area by nurturing future leaders. Under the President's leadership, the needs of the university community are served with the leadership team of a provost and the 3 vice presidents who oversee administration and the business, research and development, and the institutional advancement, respectively. To cater for new development directions of the university, we see the need to recruit additional vice presidents to drive new innovation initiatives. This includes attracting and retaining talent on all fronts, developing strategic areas to support innovation and knowledge transfer, expanding resources to enhance the university's competitiveness, as well as strengthening the humanity on campus while promoting the fusion of humanities and innovation. The proposed amendments to the HKUST ordinance aim to lift the restriction on the maximum number of vice presidents, changing to such number of VPs as determined by the Council from time to time. I want to assure you that the appointment of VPs, as stipulated in HKUST ordinance, is a stringent exercise. Specifically, any appointment of VP requires a special HKUST Council approval of 3/4 majority votes from external members and the President. The Council, being the supreme governing body of the university is obligated to determine the number of appointable VPs by taking into account various factors. It fulfills its duty of monitoring governance, management, and the related matters of the university, ensuring its proper operation in accordance with its mission and vision. On a related note, I would also like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the Honorable Andrew Liao, the chairman of the HKUST Court, for his continuing support to HKUST Amendment Bill in this transitional period. We sincerely hope that the Legislative Council would support this amendment bill. With concerted efforts, we look forward to working together with all of you to drive the development of higher education in Hong Kong and contribute to developing Hong Kong into an international hub for innovation and technology. With the great support from you, Chairman, and the committee, I'm confident we can do it. Thank you very much for your support.
Mr. Rock Chen, anything to supplement? Thank you, Chairman. I have a few things to add. The Hong Kong UST Amendment Bill 2023, the purpose of which is to amend Cap 1141, the Hong Kong UST Ordinance, to provide flexibility to the number of vice presidents to be appointed to meet the development needs of the Hong Kong UST. The Hong Kong UST from time to time review the management matters of the Hong Kong UST to make sure that the university can meet the ever-changing needs and the higher education landscape. In 2008, the Hong Kong UST has made amendments to its ordinance with a private bill. The structure of the council has changed since then, such that the number of external members are twofold of that of the university internal member. So the ratio of external to university members is 2:1. To provide robust governance structure to monitor various management matters, including appointment of key management personnel. The Hong Kong UST is of the view that the university has to improve the management structure to facilitate knowledge transfer and teaching, as well as to develop new projects to meet the needs of the students and for the benefit of the society. The proposed amendment is to repeal the Section 12(1)(b) of the restrictions. That is the restrictions of appointing no more than 3 vice presidents, and to replace it with the number as decided by the council from time to time. Apart from Lingnan University, the Hong Kong UST with the amendment will be aligned with that of other universities' practice. Here, I would like to appeal to members' support of this bill. Now, it's time for members to put questions. There are 3 members who have pressed the button to speak: Dr. Johnny Ng, Dennis Leung, and Dr. Priscilla Leung. 5 minutes per person, including question and answer.
We'll start with Dr. Johnny Ng. Thank you, Chair. For a long period of time, the Hong Kong UST has nurtured a huge number of excellent R&D talents as well as entrepreneurs. I do appreciate their efforts and I fully support such a measure to enhance their governance. I have a question for the guest speakers. I want to know, for the next 3 years, say for example, upon passage of the bill, how many more VPs are you planning to recruit? And then with additional VPs, well, of course, the university has got a new campus in Nansha. It has been opened for about a year's time. What is the positive impact on that campus in relation to our integration in the area of INT? How does it help? Another question is that Hong Kong, as an international financial center and an international city, the academia should become more and more internationalized in relation to the attraction of international researchers, professors. I want to know how the new VPs can help. Thank you. Mr. Liu or Professor Shum, who will take the question? Maybe I can defer to the president. Yes, Professor Yip, please. Thank you for this question. In the coming 2 to 3 years' time, we will consider recruiting at least 2 vice presidents. One of them, I believe, will assist the university in this area, that is development in the Greater Bay Area. I'm sure the post holder will play a very significant role. For the GBA in Shenzhen, Foshan, and Nansha, we have got a platform. And then in Guangzhou, we have got a new campus since the 1st of September last year. We hope that the 2 VPs can help Hong Kong UST in achieving more on the GBA platform. In particular, for the Guangzhou campus, I'm sure it is very important to have collaboration between the 2 campuses. For this new VP, I'm sure that we can play a more important role in the GBA. For the second new VP, I believe that as far as our Hong Kong UST Vision Plan 3.0, I'm sure the new VP will play a very significant role in the development. We are going to set up an innovation park, and this is a collaboration and cooperation with the industrial sector. So we hope that this VP will help us in that direction. And then we want to attract international talents. You asked us whether the VPs can help. We are sure that the 2 new VPs will do that. If we are able to have good development in the GBA, we can be better integrated into the overall national development. And then the GBA will become a innovation technology center, and the Hong Kong UST can play a significant role. So we hope that the 2 VPs can help us to attract the top-notch talents to come and join the Hong Kong UST. For the second new VP, he or she will be responsible for strategic developments. So the post holder will also help us to attract the topmost talents. Another question was about the new VP's role in facilitating the Guangzhou campus. Guangzhou campus and the Clearwater Bay campus are integrated. We complement each other. On our Clearwater Bay campus, we emphasize single discipline development. But for Guangzhou, we emphasize cross-disciplinary developments. So the new VP will make sure that there will be closer cooperation between the 2 campuses. So put it in simple words, in the next couple of 2 or 3 years' time, we are planning to recruit the 2 new VPs. Next, Mr. Dennis Leung, let me declare interest. An alumni of the Hong Kong UST. When I look at the proposed amendments, well, I think this will put us on a par with other universities, lifting the limit on the number of VPs. For CU Hong Kong, 7 VPs and then another 3 associate presidents. And then for another university, we have 4 VPs and then 6 AVPs, so bringing the total to 10. To me, for the Hong Kong UST, we need to go out to attract top-notch academic professors from overseas as well as the mainland, so as to tie in with our development of the Guangzhou campus. Other than the Hong Kong UST, CU Hong Kong Polytechnic University have also set up their mainland campuses as well. So for the recruitment of the 2 VPs, I want to know whether anything will be done to ensure that you will safeguard the interests of local staff members so that they have good promotional prospects. They need to be familiar with the administrative matters. And of course, we're talking about the Hong Kong UST 3.0 vision plan. So I just want to know if you can strike a balance, keeping the local staff on the one hand, on the other hand, attracting overseas talents. Mr. Riley, a moment, please. Well, I'm just trying to join the queue to ask questions. Fine. Mr. Liao, if I may start with a few words first. I've been with the Hong Kong UST for 8 years in the capacity as the council chairman. We need to be fair and open when it comes to global recruitment. But of course, we give significance to grooming our local talents. In Hong Kong, we used to have 8 UGC-funded universities, and the Hang Seng University recently joined our league. We have got many talents locally. They are capable and they have the right caliber as well. So as far as our succession plan is concerned, we do take it seriously so that local academic staff will be given the opportunity to be promoted. Well, I think it's important to have continuity when it comes to succession. And you have seen examples for our existing VPs, like VPRD, responsible for research and development, Professor Tang. He used to be our Dean of Science. And now he has been promoted to the rank of VP R&D. An excellent Chinese scholar returning from the USA. And then another VP, the VPIA, was also a elite professor. And then another VP was also sharing a similar background. We went through an open and fair process. An existing staff member will, of course, have an advantage because he or she can easily settle down in the new role. Well, we have already completed the Hong Kong UST 1.0 vision plan. Now we've completed Hong Kong UST 2.0. That is, we extended to Guangzhou. Now we are on Hong Kong UST 3.0. Time doesn't wait us. We have to move forward in accordance with our vision plan. We introduced the amendment bill. We want to enhance our senior management echelon so that we have adequate manpower, and we should do it quickly. Time doesn't wait for us. We need to move swiftly. We all take the matter very seriously. And for non-academic staff, we have also been providing a lot of internal promotional prospects. In fact, we believe that they do enjoy an advantage because they're familiar with the university. Ms. Priscilla Leung, or rather Dr. Priscilla Leung, I speak in support of the amendment. Just now, I just visited Gangmen together with the NPCs. They have got a dual carbon laboratory in Jiangmen. Well, the first thing they told us was that they cooperated with the Hong Kong UST. I'm not sure whether you still recall that. Probably you have got many collaboration projects when it comes to laboratories. Well, they highlighted this point because they said that it's a project that would very likely result in a Nobel Prize. Well, I do have a lot of expectation of the current proposal. First of all, governance. For you to seek our approval, we are concerned about governance. Well, It means that we are lifting the limit on the number of VPs. We are going to have a lot of trust in you, and so that you have a free hand to decide on the number of VPs. For the VPs to be recruited, you need a 3/4 majority to have it endorsed. This is a more stringent requirement than other universities. We do have a lot of trust in you. The basis of the trust is that the Hong Kong UST has huge potential. To excel internationally and at the national level in innovation and technology. I'm not sure who will become part of your team as new VPs upon passage of the bill. I'm not going to impose too many restrictions on you. To me, what is important is that you should internationally raise yourself to a higher level so that you enjoy a high status. Innovation technology is important for our motherland. When you go to the mainland, you know that things move very fast. Xiamen is not one of the top 4 cities in the 9+2 GBA cities, but we are deeply impressed when it comes to the development in innovation technology. We have to move quickly. I'm glad to say that we have also got the Hong Kong UST, but the experience seems to be a sort of warning signal to me. So with the passage of the bill, make sure that you raise your sort of demand of yourselves, and I hope that we can urge the universities to improve themselves. The Hong Kong UST has a shorter history, but I'm sure, if I remember correctly, Hong Kong UST ranks first among the 8 Hong Kong UGC-funded universities in the International League table. You need to give people room to develop. You may want to have more campuses on the mainland. You may also have international collaboration in the future. If you do that, you certainly have my support. The President, do you have any thing to add? Well, I just want to say briefly that internationally, for the first time, in the capacity of the university, we joined the Geneva Innovation Award competition. 19 projects were involved, and we won 20 awards. So internationally, we'll continue to put in a lot of efforts so that we can bring pride to Hong Kong. So we did very well at the Geneva Innovation Award competition. I can assure you that on different platforms, on different occasions, we'll strive to perform even better. Thank you for your encouragement.
非常正
Ms. Lillian Kwok, please. Thank you, Chairman. I support the amendment bill because we see that Hong Kong UST has been rapidly developing in the recent years. A lot of R&D outcome is internationally recognized, and you are climbing up in the global university ranking. That is the result of your hard work. In terms of governance and work, you have given us much confidence. And you are proposing to build a new INT building. I am confident that in the future you will lead Hong Kong in the INT work to contribute to our national development. I have some concerns as a member of the public that I hope that you can elaborate on. There were members who asked about this question. How do you determine the recruitment criteria for vice presidents? Now you have no upper limit on the nomination or vice presidents. So you say that you will recruit 2 more vice presidents in the coming 3 years to work on works relating to the Greater Bay Area and the commercialization of research and development results, I think that this is reasonable. However, as you are recruiting more vice presidents, how often will you review the number of vice presidents? Will you hire more every year? For example, with different developmental needs of the university, will you only recruit more vice presidents, or is it the fact that you will not reduce any number of vice presidents but only increase it? I hope that the Hong Kong UST can explain more to show that you really have a robust governance structure. Thank you. Thank you for your question. According to the direction of development of the Hong Kong University, Hong Kong UST, we will adjust our structure. So according to our development strategy, we propose to add 2 vice presidents. We will see if we have to recruit more vice presidents. The decision is not only made by us. We will communicate with the council and court, in particular court chairman and council chairman, to see if there is a need to hire more vice presidents or reduce the number of vice presidents. As the most important stakeholders of the university, we will make such decisions for the development of the Hong Kong UST after prolonged discussion or deliberation. So the 3 of us will discuss these matters in details. Perhaps a supplement. In the past years, we've been working 2 jobs. We have our own duties. The times I spent as a council chairman sometimes is longer than my other duties, because the president, for example, has to oversee the Clearwater Bay campus and the Nansha campus. It's not a simple task to manage in university. I've been having these worries because, well, we have to develop the Nansha campus. But in terms of manpower, most of it has been deployed to the Nansha campus. How do we develop then the Clearwater Bay campus? Because of the restrictions in the ordinance, we are restricted in terms of increasing our manpower for the development needs of the university. We're all working 2 jobs because we have to oversee 2 campuses in the Clearwater Bay and Nansha. The council chairman of the Nansha campus is also deployed by us, so we oversee 2 campuses. Chairman, I want to supplement one thing. When the bill is passed, I believe that it will provide more room for development of the Hong Kong UST. I hope that you will continue to work hard on the development of the university. Ms. Starry Lee, please. Chairman, I have to declare interest. I am a court member of the Hong Kong UST. I support the bills as an alumnus and someone who has witnessed the development of the Hong Kong UST. I am proud of the university for achieving such a great outcome in the short 30 years in the past. I used to be a council member of the university. The council serves great purpose or use to the development of the university. Is repealing the restrictions, giving too much authority to the council. I don't think that this is the case. I think we have to trust the university and the results speak for itself, I think. For the development of the Nansha campus, in terms of technology, what role can Hong Kong UST play? I will leave that to the court and the council of Hong Kong UST. Well, I've been worrying or concerned about Hong Kong UST students, especially those in Nansha campus. To nurture young talents to integrate into the development of our country, they will have to know about our country and to be connected to the world. And university plays a very important role in this. So apart from being able to stay in quarters for a semester, I hope that students will have exchange opportunities in overseas for a semester or a year, and that they will have the opportunities to study in the Nansha campus, because only by this will they be able to build their personal network, and it will affect their choices as to where they want to work after graduation. I hope that my alma mater will be able to achieve this. Please let us know if this is possible, such that students can apart from studying in Hong Kong, study in other campuses and overseas and campuses in the Greater Bay Area. I completely agree. I would like to share with you that we have decided to do so. For undergraduates, when will it happen? The management had a prolonged discussion for a few hours with the management of our Guangzhou campuses on how we can better nurture our students. So initially, we have decided that the Clearwater Bay campus students will be able to study in the Guangzhou campus for at least one semester. This will be implemented. So undergraduates can study in the Nansha campus. As for postgraduates, professors in both campuses can supervise those students. So the students will have the opportunity to study in both campuses. So for undergraduates and postgraduates, they will be able to study in the Guangzhou campus to experience how good the campus is, and it enhances their understanding of our country. I look forward to it. I hope that step by step we will allow our students to experience different things. Perhaps I supplement one thing. Students' experience in campus is very important. You mentioned living in quarters during their university life. It actually enhances their attachment to the university. When I was studying in Hong Kong U, I had the opportunity to stay at quarters. I hope that you can support us in building more campus quarters to enrich their student life. The campus of the Hong Kong UST is the largest in Hong Kong. So I look forward to the implementation of this plan. We will continue to work hard. Professor William Kwong.
Technology education and research. So, and I have to declare interest first, as I am a professor of the Chinese University of Hong Kong. And I fully support this the bill amendment. I must say that I was actually very excited to learn that Professor Harry Shum was actually appointed as the Hong Kong UST Council Chairman. So my first question is to Professor Shum, will you be actively involved in the strategic development strategy of Hong Kong UST, and in particular on internationalization? And if so, What is your plan? And my second question to the university, to the president, has the Hong Kong UST plans to strengthen other streams of education, in particular humanitarian education, in order to drive a more balanced society?
科大代表。
Thank you very much, Professor Huang. It's great to know that we have our professors also serve on the Legislative Council. So it is really my intention to bring my international experience to help the university to get to the next level. First of all, I would like to say the president runs the university. As the council chairman, my job is not only governing the university, but more so, I would say, acting as an advisor. In terms of our plan, the strategic plan on internationalization and the international collaboration, President Nancy Ye and I see eye to eyes. Absolutely, for HKUST, we must enhance international collaboration. Especially, I would say, in the technology area, we would like to reach out to not only more universities, but more international companies, multinational companies. At this new era of AI, I see great opportunities. We can actually work together to get UST to the next level. And to your question that am I going to be actively involved? Absolutely.
Yes, so for your second question on if there are areas that will continue to strengthen, definitely. Actually, in our future plan, we are including art tech and also sport tech. And we believe that the fusion of humanities and innovation will take the university to a high level. And so this is one aspect that we will strengthen. So not just science and technology, but strengthen the humanities aspect. And we want to nurture graduates, who has empathy and can contribute to the society after they graduate. Thank you.
I add one more point to your question about internationalization. Obviously, we should do more with the international community, which is also HKUST's strength from the very beginning. I would like to take this opportunity to also say that collaboration with the mainland China in terms of technology development now is also of critical importance. I think HKUST has been doing this for many years very well. So is CUHK, I'm sure. But this is an area that we must really take to the next level.
好，係黃教授。
Professor Wang, any follow-up question?
The reason that I ask only the internationalization part is because of your own expertise. We all know well that with the second campus in Nansha, will have a good collaboration to actually advance into the Greater Bay Area. So as I said again, excited to have you here.
Thank you very much again.
好，冇補充啦，黃教授。好，咁啊。
Anything to supplement? If not, it's my turn. As far as I understand, Hong Kong UST is like MIT. You do have arts and humanities in your campus or university. So for public administration, it is one of your strengths as well. My question is rather simple. Just now, President mentioned that you have 3 vice presidents. So what is the division of duties between court and council? As for the council chairman of the Nansha campus, will that be an official member, or is it appointed by the Hong Kong UST Clearwater Bay campus? Thank you. We work in accordance with the regulation. So council is the highest governance structure of the university that is responsible for governance. President will be responsible for management. So the CEO will be the president. If we make an analogy, The council chairman will be the chair of board of directors. They will oversee policies, finance. A lot of these matters will have to be approved by the council. So there is division of duties. There is some overlapping of duties. The UGC has conducted a report on governance, a new B report. It was conducted or promulgated in 2015. The Hong Kong UST was the first to comply with the requirements in terms of governance.
What about your second question? I forgot it. It's about Nansha. For Nansha, you can see it as a joint venture. So we were approached by the Guangzhou municipal government. We had a contract signed with the municipal government in relation to the cooperation. So as far as the structure is concerned, it was set up through negotiation and agreement on Nansha campus. The equivalent of our council is such that the current status is that we have appointed certain members to sit on their structure, including our chairman. They have also got members appointed there. All the time we have always said that the president of the Hong Kong UST should represent us in Nansha, and then other council members were also appointed by the council here to sit on their structure. The last to ask questions in the first round would be Lam San-keung. Thank you, Chair. Of course, I would like to thank the Hong Kong UST for their past efforts and contribution. You certainly have the recognition of the community. On behalf of the people of Hong Kong, we would like to thank you. I don't object to the amendment proposed. I think we all know that we are getting proposed amendments from different universities. And then you are the first to make a change to the number of VPs. Yours were the only one with a restriction on the number of VPs. I accept your justification as to why you would like to lift the restriction. Past success doesn't guarantee future outcomes. In future, you may need to recruit and appoint more VPs. And of course, I am confident that you believe that there is a need for that and you're capable to discharge your duties. Now, I worked on resources. A VP will have a different package of remuneration, and he or she will be supported by secretaries, etc. So what is the impact on the public purse? How much is the amount of money to be involved? Well, as far as the council is concerned, the council has got 18 independent members appointed by the CE. The total number of members is 27. And then we have got the president, the VPs, as well as representatives from deans, a representative of students, and then another member represents the staff. So if you regard it as a company, most of the members are non-executive directors, and then we are regarded as public officers under the anti-corruption laws. And then Dr. Priscilla Leung will know that we have to guard against misconduct. We have to work for the best interests of the university. For the 18 members of the council, we were appointed by the CE and monitor the university on behalf of the community of Hong Kong. So you don't need to worry. We have got a vigorous system for declaration and disclosure of conflict of interest. As the law stands, we're regarded as public officers. We don't serve our self-interest. So for our financial resources, we may be ambitious and we may have 10 projects in mind, but then we need to consider carefully and we have to consider the sustainability of the projects. Otherwise, we would be regarded as having failed in our duties. So we are bearing our social responsibility. There's also the angle of ethics as well. President, for our university, we have a very rigorous system concerning the use of our resources. We're funded by the UGC. In addition, we have got resources from various sources. Say, for example, we have been raising funds and we have got R&D activities. We do have investments as well. So all such are important sources of resources for us. So we don't just count on the UGC grant, but that accounts for about 50% only. We do have other resources to support the university in achieving our visions. Here we would like to add 2 more VPs. We believe that it won't hugely impact upon our financial position. Second round of questions, Dr. Priscilla Leung. Thank you, Chair. Well, the member's question was exactly the one I would have liked to ask. For the Hong Kong UST, I think I have to congratulate Professor Shum. The Hong Kong UST has won our trust. Now you're going to enter a new phase. Now you ask us to let you lift the restriction on the number of VPs. Well, other universities would envy you, thinking that the members are kind to you in relation to your requests. Well, I think we need to explain this point, Chair. First of all, we look at your development. The university, the LegCo doesn't want to hold you back. Whatever should be supported will be supported by us. We have won our trust and we are giving you resources. We're interested in your governance and we want to look at the outcomes. Well, I think the Hong Kong UST has passed all the hurdles, so to speak. Other universities need to justify their requests. Some of them may have problems with governance or resources. So not every university will have plain sailing as you have got here today. This is all because your achievements speak for themselves, and therefore it is right for us to give you the freedom, the room to maneuver. In the past, certain universities ran into governance problems, and they had the impression that the lawmakers are making life difficult for them. But the truth is that we want to encourage you. We want you to go to a higher level. I need to declare interest, but of course I shouldn't have to. Well, I've been with City U for 30 years in the School of Law. Well, I know what it means to be a court member or a council member. In fact, it is a very demanding voluntary service for President Yip to be the chairman of the Council of the Nansha campus. It is indeed a heavy workload. The council will be responsible for the governance of a university. Very early on, you took on board the newbie report, and then external members and internal members have a ratio of 2:1. And that's why we have been so blessed, and you have our support today. So if you have done good work, you will have our trust and you will be praised, will be commended. No one has ever summoned the Hong Kong UST to appear before us to be grilled by us. I think one of your achievements is nurturing of talents. Of course, you have the very famous alumni, that is the entrepreneur owning Dajiang, the DJI. I need to put it on record. Of course, we would like him to stay in Hong Kong, but it's regrettable that he hasn't. Last week, Professor Sun-keung came here, and we said that we would like him to contribute to the development of GBA and the motherland as a whole. So make sure that we emphasize social responsibility. Remember where he received his studies. We should not be very narrow-minded. Of course, I would like him to stay here and have his production lines here. You have always been proud of this graduate. It is a pity that we missed the golden opportunity. We weren't able to keep him here. I'm glad to have the second round of questions, Chair. I want to put it on record. The LegCo asked universities to come here to talk about their developments. Not so much we're holding them back, but if some universities have failed, even though they want to ask for money, even though they would like to have their ordinances amended, we have to be satisfied that they pass the 4 tests that I mentioned. I will be happy to see you again when you come here to brief us on the Hong Kong UST 4.0 vision plan. It's good for you to come here to get more resources, because that means that you're broadening your vision and you have got a more ambitious development plan. So, Chair, I was the chairman of the panel on education. We had a discussion of this bill, and you have my blessing for your future development. Mr. Liao, thank you for your patience and time for giving us this opportunity to brief you on the bill. Does any other member wish to ask questions? If not, then we're done with the policy issues of the bill, and we can move to the cross-wire cross-scrutiny. Please take a look of paper CB bracket 4 553/2023 bracket 01. And I would like to invite Mr. Rock Chen to take us through this cross-wire cross-scrutiny.
Thank you, Chairman. Now I will start with the first page of the bill. Amend the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology Ordinance to allow appointment of such number of vice presidents as determined by the Council from time to time, and to provide for related matters enacted by the Legislative Council. Short title. This ordinance may be cited as the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology Amendment Ordinance 2023. The Hong Kong UST Ordinance amended. The Hong Kong UST Ordinance Cap 1141 is amended as set out in Section 3. 3. Section 12 amended. Appointment of President, Provost, Vice President, and other staff. Section 12, bracket 1, bracket B, we will repeal, and no more than 3 vice presidents. Substitute it with, and such number of vice presidents as determined by the Council from time to time. 4. Saving. Nothing in this ordinance shall affect or be deemed to affect the rights of the central authorities or the government of the Hong Kong SAR under the Basic Law and other laws, or the rights of any body politic or corporate or of any other person except such as are mentioned in this ordinance, and those claiming by, from, or under them. Chairman, do I have to pause here? Anything to supplement? We can put questions relating to the English rendition as well. If there is no question, then I will proceed. Now we arrive at the explanatory memorandum. The object of this bill is to amend the Hong Kong USD Ordinance Cap 1141 so as to provide flexibility in the number of vice presidents that may be appointed. Clause 1 sets out the short title. Clause 3 amends the Section 12 of the Principal Ordinance by repealing the existing limit of 3 vice presidents that the Council may appoint, and to provide that the number of vice presidents that may be appointed is such as may be determined from the Council from time to time. Clause 4 is a saving provision required under Rule 50, bracket 8 of the Rules of Procedures of the Legislative Council of the Hong Kong SAR. Chairman, that's all for me. Thank you, Mr. Chen. Anything to add, or is there any questions? If not, then we have completed the scrutiny of the Chinese rendition. Does the legal advisors have any comments relating to the English version? We have read the English version and we have no comment regarding the drafting and legal aspects. Any questions? If not, then we proceed to the matters on public consultation. The Hong Kong UST has conducted a series of consultations with the stakeholders across the administrative, academic, and governance structure. There was a consensus that the number of vice presidents that may be appointed under Cap 1141 should be relaxed, and the Education Bureau did not have, in principle, objection to the proposal. Do we need to consult the public regarding this amendment bill? If yes, then we may put notice on the LegCo website to invite written submissions from the public. Is there any member who think that we need to consult the public regarding this bill? No? So we have finished with the clause-by-clause scrutiny. The legislative timetable is as follows. The LegCo will resume second reading debate on the 12th of July 2023, Wednesday. The Bills Committee will report to the House Committee on the 23rd of June 2023, Friday. The deadline for proposal of amendment is 23rd of July 2023. That is a Monday. Is there any questions or amendment proposal? If not, then there will be no next meeting. Agenda item number 4, any other business? There being no AOB, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.